miss you, Chester. Sending love from a bass compressor.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Nice. Ready.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Cowboy 80.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The Colts had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Titans. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You look at this Colt defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop... the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Okay,
here's
ready.
2nd and 10.
Third. Right there.
Here's Pollard again. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Dragon 60. Ready.
Here's Ward. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll at it's another first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 42 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now first and goal.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Tag! Viking 18! Let's go!
Pollard is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll run left with Pollard. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the wall.
A 2-yard pickup brings up goal.
Now here's Pollard. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. You talk about this Titan defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And being able to set the tone early in this game because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. Chimere Dike, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, set. Grab ball 80.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
36 yards on the play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Richardson to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Richardson off the play fake. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Now Richardson. That is caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
4 yards.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
7, go.
Richardson completes a quick one out wide. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Let's go.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Viking, 18.
Richardson looking to throw. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Tyler Warren, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
They're on 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well,
partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd down and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Okay, break. Here we go.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
19 Lions. Panther 80. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Going for it. Here's Ward. That's to his running back, complete. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. And the Titans.
Out of the gun, Ward. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Come on, come on. Hey, ready.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Cut 19. Cut 19.
Throwing is Ward. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
70 rank. 60 Eagle. 18. Pioneer.
To throw, here's Ward. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Warrior 17. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing now, Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
I feel like my man, old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other side.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Go! Purple 80. Ready, right?
First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9.
60, 19, Lions. Mustang 19. Ready.
Richardson looking to throw this. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
That's good for a Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard
From the gun, it's Taylor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 9.
Ready. Ready.
Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play, that's a -4.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Richardson hit it and fumbles it. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. 41 yards. And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Trap 60, trap 60.
They go play action with Ward. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Tennessee.
Let's go now. Switch the Eagles. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
To throw is Ward. That's into the hands of Iomanner. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now Ward. Open man down the field. That's Iomanner. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Rangers, 72.
Ward. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll try and do this himself. And that will be incomplete as well.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Richardson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to take over here up near the 40. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Moore. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
18 Rattler, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Ward from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And how about this? He takes it all the way back. No time, no flags. A punt return touchdown and a stunning end of the first half.
And they kicked it to him. When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. It's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Now he's going to step up and run. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
18 Cardinal.
Ward now working out of the gun. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back to throw again. And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Tony Pollard with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Flag. 77.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it would be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it
3rd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Richardson on 4th down. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 95 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. 70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcats. 60. Ready.
Play fake. Here's Ward. Going for the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the criticism is that he overthrew his man, but yeah, give him credit. He also didn't risk an interception with that type of a throw. Because of that, they saw the chance to put some points on the board.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Running right, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
60 by 6.
Here's Ward. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22.
19 Lions. Dragon 60.
Ward to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll tuck this and run. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18, run, Warriors, 70.
They'll look to throw again. Now he's going to step, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
19, 18.
Operating from the gun. Ward. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Moore. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
It's 4th down
And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here we go. Start. 19, charge. Ready.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. There's some space here. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 70. And the Colts strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter.
Makes the score Colts 28, Titans 27. Rigoberto
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
19 strike. 19. Move it, 19. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
From the gun, Ward. He finds his man, Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Let's go now.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another first down at the Colts 43. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Tennessee.
Back to 50. Cut like this. Cut 19. Go.
Back to throw. Moore. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Stay hurt.
Working out of the gun here, Ward. That's a Titans touchdown. Tony Pollard, 26 yards. And the Titans answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Panther 50, Panther 50.
Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Penalties not what they needed here. 1st and 15.
19 Lions.
Again, it's Richardson. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. This is 1st and 10.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
Ready? Cougar 19. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Let's go. 3. Viking 18. Trap 50. Trap 50.
A give to Pollard running left.
The 20, 5, and he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Here we go. Start. 70 Timberwolves. Roll.
They'll run with Pollard.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Let's go now. Panthers, big Lions. Ready, right?
Play action. It's Ward.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And not a good time for the sack on second and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down.
So a big one coming here for Brandon Aubrey.
Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So it was the defense that jumped, and that'll move them 5 yards closer.
I wonder how they did it. What if they twitched a little bit up front, a little subtle head movement that the officials didn't detect, but they got it done. Now they're 5 yards closer for their field goal attempt.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal.
Set. Rocco 80.
They'll try to run with Pollard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And
you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Ready?
Richardson to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd down.
Cowboy 80. Ready? 60, 19.
Here's Richardson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball